Good morning, students. Welcome to English class of grade 8 of Baswa Residential Girls School. I am Yashasvi, your English teacher. Students, in the last class, we started with the lesson The Boy Who Sold Wisdom. We also completed the pre-reading task. And in today's class, let us move on to the lesson. I'll be reading out each slide and explain the same to you. Follow the video, students. Nagendra was orphaned and found himself without a job. He was clever and he had learned many things by observing his father. One day, he had a brilliant idea. Nagendra was a small boy who was abandoned, meaning who was all alone and he didn't even have a job for himself. But he was very, very wise. Clever meaning wise. And he had learnt many things from his father. He observed his father doing few things and meanwhile he also learnt. One day suddenly a brilliant idea came to his mind. So he went into town and hired the smallest and cheapest place he could find and set up a shop. He spent a few nickel coins he had on paper, ink and a pen. He went to city and he purchased a small place on hire meaning on rent. This place was small and cheap, which was within his budget. He thought of setting a shop there. He spent a few nickel coins. I've given the image of nickel coins there. He bought paper, ink and a pen in exchange of those nickel coins which he had. Over his shop, he put a placard that said, "Wisdom for sale." All around him were merchants who had large shops. They sold cloth, jewelry, fruits, vegetables, and things that people bought every day. He opened a shop there. This was the placard which was put over his shop and which wrote that wisdom for sale. Wisdom meaning intelligence or the experience. But since it was a marketplace, there were other large businessmen, merchant meaning businessmen. They were selling cloth, jewelry, fruits, vegetables, and the daily essential needs which people bought every day. Nagendra called out, "All kinds of wisdom for sale, reasonable prices." We can see in a marketplace that the vendors who sell their products call out the rate of the products or the name of the products or both. Like that, Nagendra also started calling out that all kinds of wisdom for sale with appropriate prices. He was selling his intelligence. The people who had come to buy things could not see anything in his shop, but could only hear the words he was shouting. They crowded around and laughed at him. No one bought even one piece of wisdom from him, but he was patient. Listening to his words, people gathered around his shop to purchase whatever he was calling out. But to their surprise, the whole shop was empty. We all know, students, that wisdom or the knowledge is intangible, meaning one cannot see or touch it. So, this was the reason why Nagendra's shop was empty. They could hear only his shouting, but they could not see what he was selling. So they laughed at him. No one purchased even a single piece of wisdom, but still he was very patient. He was very calm. One day, Babu, a rich merchant's son, happened to pass by and heard the wisdom seller hawking his wares. Wisdom, wisdom of all kinds. One day, a boy by name Babu, he was businessman's son, merchant meaning businessman. He was passing by through the marketplace where Nagendra's shop was open. He heard Nagendra calling out, "Wisdom, wisdom of all kinds." He was calling out, he was hawking his wares, meaning he was shouting about the products or the things which he was selling. Wares meaning products. Wisdom, wisdom of all kinds, meaning knowledge, whichever knowledge you want, I am ready to offer for a price. He was a stupid boy. He didn't know what was really being sold. He thought it was a vegetable or a thing he could hold in his hand. So he asked Nagendra what it would cost per kg. Nagendra said, "I do not sell wisdom by weight, I sell it by quality." The merchant's boy, Babu, was stupid boy. He was not clever. He actually didn't have an idea of what was being sold in Nagendra's shop. He imagined, he thought it could be a vegetable or a fruit or a thing which he could buy. So he went near Nagendra's shop and asked the rate or the price of the thing he was selling. He asked that what was the rate per kg. Nagendra replied that, "No, I do not sell wisdom by weighing it," meaning he sells it by its quality. Third para. Babu put down a nickel and asked Nagendra to give him a nickel's worth of wisdom. The boy took out a piece of paper and wrote on it, "It is not wise to stand and watch two people fighting." And he asked Babu to keep it tied in his turban cloth. In this paragraph, Babu had a nickel coin and he put it in front of Nagendra on his table and asked to give him the wisdom which was equal to the worth of nickel. So, Nagendra took out a piece of paper and started writing on it. He wrote that it is not wise, meaning it is not good, to stand and watch when two persons are fighting. And this piece of paper was asked to keep it tied in Babu's turban cloth. Turban cloth meaning the piece of cloth which would be tied around one's head. You can see in the image given, that is the green in color, that is the turban cloth. Fourth para. Babu went home and showed his father what he had bought. He said, "I bought some wisdom for a nickel and I have it here tied up inside this turban cloth." After purchasing wisdom for nickel's worth, Babu went home. He showed what he had bought to his father. He said that he had purchased some wisdom in exchange of the nickel which he had given. He continued telling that he has tied up the wisdom in his turban cloth. The father untied the knot, looked at the scrap of paper, and read what was written on it. It is not wise to stand and watch two people fighting. Listening to Babu's words, the father came front and he opened the knot of the turban and he read whatever was written on a scrap paper, meaning piece of paper. And he found that yes, it is not good enough to stand and watch when two people are fighting. The untied turban cloth is showed in the image here. Students, let us continue in the next class. Thank you.